Okay, so this broadcast is about gaslighting, and this time I want to take a bit of a deeper look. So I've got a video that I'll play, and yeah, I'll talk about where it can be, the actual video can be obtained at the end of this session. So first we'll start by getting a definition of what gaslighting is. It's a far too common event on the internet, and there's some people that sort of prize themselves in gaslighting other humans, but it's an extremely cruel and unkind thing that they do. So gaslighting is a form of psychological abuse. Now, you know, apart from physically abusing someone, psychological abuse can be probably deemed worse because it can have long-ranging effects on people. So these people actually know that that's their agenda. That's what they're specifically trying to do. In their mind, they'll justify it by saying, I'm just having fun, or I'm just mucking around. But the consequences for the victim aren't really that much fun, let me tell you. In which a victim is manipulated into doubting their own memory, perception, that's an important one, and sanity. So to be classified as a gaslight attack, it must meet those criteria. So we're going to look at an example in a moment, and I'll stop. It'll be a detailed look at it. So I want to talk about why I think this is gaslighting. The scenario that we're going to be looking at is there'll be a group of people, and it'll be clearly evident that there is a group against one individual. And I think that's the first sign that perhaps this is, in fact, gaslighting. Because this is not the first time. This person gets persecuted time and time again, just as I was. The thing is, we keep fronting up. We don't walk away from the thing. We fight for the truth, but it's a difficult fight. So instances of gaslighting may range from the denial by an abuser or abusers that previous abusive instance ever occurred. So in other words, they'll do something abusive which has to relate to causing a person to doubt their own memory, their own perception, and their own sanity. That's an abusive. And then down the track, they'll say, no, I never said that. That never happened. So again, trying to confuse the victim they're targeting. Then it goes on to say, so there's a range of things that they can do. They can be very, very creative, up to the staging of bizarre events so again, falsehoods, lies, or exacerbated true stories is the same thing, because they exacerbate the truth, which is basically telling a lie, to make the person doubt their memory, perception, and sanity, with the intention of disorientating the victim. So there's intent going on here. This is not a benign, immature game. This is a deliberate attempt to cause psychological abuse. So I hold the view that as a precursor to being admitted into mental health care for the first time for a 19-day stay, that there is a precursor event of gaslighting. And that's what I'm trying to demonstrate. I'm going to go, when I visit my psychiatrist next time, I'll talk to them about this particular phenomenon and what their thoughts are about whether the two instances can be connected up. And if they can be, what can be done about it. Okay, so that's the background. Let's go and have a look at a real world recent example. And there are a few of these out there of this phenomena, and I'm going to be stopping regularly. Anytime I spot something that I think, there's a signature for gaslighting. So the first context is we have ultimately a room hangout full of individuals, and they are all presenting one perspective against this particular individual.
Your shoulders and your upper arms, bro. You fucking put a lift. I'll do blood. Yeah.
Just a bit of a background on the victim here. I don't know whether you appreciate me calling him a victim, but I think the reality is, yes, he is. Well, certainly from the gaslighting perspective, he's come up through the school of hard knocks. There's some criminal background. He's done his time. And there's also a history with drugs. He's 5 months at the moment, and he can prove this. 5 months clean, which is a great achievement for him. He's got himself back into work, another great achievement, and he has a good relationship with his daughter. If that weren't the case, the mother would not allow the daughter to come over. So hopefully you'll start to see too, if you don't focus too much, well, you need to focus on both the bully comments and listen to this guy. You'll actually see that he's quite a genuine individual. And that's one of the traps, you know, when you get people that actually want to talk the truth all the time, regardless of their, you know, their errors. Well, you know, sometimes sometimes they're not errors. It's just that people just don't get the agenda. But we still will prefer to tell the truth and not hide from it. I mean, there was one instance in my case where they found out about a sex ed talk that I did, and I just said, yep, that's exactly what I did. And then I explained why I did it, and, you know, and anything they wanted to know about it, I'm happy to let them know. But what happens with these internet bullies, they take that story and then they blow it out of proportion. Like one guy, Sydney Winston, a 70-year-old dude, shocking human being, he took that story and he said that Rob Beasley, you know, targets, so he's trying to line it up to pedophilia, targets young boys and girls. Now, my wife can attest to this, but there was only one instance, and it was just because I'd had an insight into perhaps a better way of conducting sex ed. And the other thing is, in talking to adults, I talk about specifics of masturbation, but in talking to this young person, I didn't. I just suggested that once you establish the true love, and this guy understood, and he really did, what true love meant. When you, because he was quite a special young kid, or 15-year-old. Now, when you establish that, then my suggestion is that you explore each other's bodies, and that's where I left it. He's smart enough to work it out, no doubt about that. So that's all that went on, but these guys took it and they turned it into a thing. And the reason they did that is because I outed, and there's videos on the internet, I outed a guy called Bulldog 101, who's one of the leaders of this gaslighting fraternity. I outed him for showing or asking young people to show their penises on the internet. And I called it pedo, which probably in hindsight, maybe I shouldn't. But he's a real tough nut. So I needed to find some way of actually getting under his skin. And I did. So, you know, I don't think he's a pedophile or anything like that. But it's pedophile-like behavior because you're a mature adult person and you're misleading younger people. Now, in my case, you can call it misleading if you like, but I'll argue with you, and I'll have a debate with you on why you think that's so, and why you think that the advice wasn't right. Having said that, it's not something that I'm going to do again because of all of the drama that goes with it. But I'm happy to talk to anyone about the idea of, a different form of sex ed. Very short, very sharp, very efficient. Righto. So let's see what goes on in this video.
I know. So
now, Tom, the victim in this case, is just sitting there he's sort of on screen. He's the center of attention. He's just having a bit of a meal.
Play on weekend to Tuesday, apparently, I think.
Now, that guy is a friend of Tom's, and he sort of stands by him. And I could probably work out why that's so, but he's, well, as far as I know, he seems like a good bloke.
Mm-hmm.
He says you found the balls to join.
Found the balls to join? What fucking hell, man?
Yeah. Now, that's the first indicator, right, that there's something going on here. So the guy that just spoke found the balls to join. So again, that's sort of saying, your character's weak or whatever. Now, that is what gaslighting is. It's a personal attack to try and confound the person or agitate them.
I've got more backbone than it and fucking most of this and I put together, son. Trust me.
Why don't you do more? You got to do more to your upper arms, bro. Your shoulders, man.
Well, lad,
I'm
when you have trained for nearly 5 years, you know what I mean? You do lose a little bit of shape. But I can guarantee you this, lad. I'll do a live hangout on Friday. And you'll have the pleasure of seeing what a week's worth of gym can do for a man. You know what I mean? Just a week. And I'll show you on Friday. So look at me now, and then you'll see me on Friday, son. All right?
Yeah, but
I'll find me balls, and I'll make a fucking hangout Friday.
So he's giving a bit back there. Hello, viewer number one.
yeah, it won't make a difference for 1 week.
What, lad?
The only time 1 week can make a difference is if you were like a full bodybuilder, right? And
No, lad, no, that's not right. You know what muscle memory means?
And then you have muscle memory, and then you do it, but no.
But I've got muscle memory, so you'll see in a week. I can't fake it, can I? I can't like draw muscles on, can I? I can't paint them on, so you'll see in a week. A week can do a lot for a person, lad.
Yeah, no. It's gonna take muscle memory. Isn't like in 1 week you're big again. It means
lad,
as opposed to 2
I'll
years.
do a hangout on Friday.
You're like 12.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. 5 days I've got then. 5 days. You'll see what 5 days in a gym can do for a man. I'm lucky that way, lad. You know, I've always trained. All my life I've trained.
Yeah, but you got to do more for your shoulders and your upper arms. Tell me straight up.
Oh,
Yeah,
the shoulders get quite big, like, lad.
Yeah, don't worry about it. But yeah, just do it harder, man. Just get on the fucking thing on the seat and do the thing above your head. Lift them hard, man.
Interesting thing happened last night. I got set up by someone I thought I could trust. It happens. What happened was I was taken in, well, I got led into a room. The guy's name was Jim Barrack. I haven't met the guy and I haven't seen him. I'd love to see him because odd thing happened. I saw another dude who uses the account Mike. And he was talking to a guy called Dan Corner, who's one of these gaslighters. So I was just curious because they sounded so much alike. I'd love to see this Jim Barrick. But anyway, what happened? Jim Barrick projects mental illness as being, a constant. When you're medicated, you're medicated for a reason and you stay stable. Now, I don't think I even need the medication, but that's my position and something to prove with this precursor argument. He was relating to, or a story, now this is assuming that it's a true story, that he's got a son that's bipolar, which is, another happy coincidence. He was talking about almost like a person that was unmedicated, like my daughter, as I've explained in other videos, about 30 years ago. She was diagnosed bipolar, and there was a period where she stopped taking her medications, and she displayed the characteristics that this guy was talking about, but he was talking like it was a constant. So he was continually trying to reference my condition to his son's predicament, and it made no sense to me. Doctors or psychs work on getting your levels right, and if that was my son, I'd be taking him back to the quacks and saying, can we get these levels right? But he didn't seem to know a lot about. That was a comment that Sandra made, that he didn't seem to know a lot about bipolar, for a family person. So that was really interesting. And then, so he's talking about that. So he's still trying to frame it as like a continuous negative mental condition, which, that's not the case. Oh, pardon me. Then the guy throws in this line about vengeance, that I'm actually out here for vengeance. Well, I'm out here for justice and truth, but certainly I wouldn't classify it as vengeance. It's just that I'm really determined, so it might come off that way. And I explained to him that I felt very strongly that it was a win-win. So if I could get the truth out of these bullies and gaslighters, I'll benefit because I'll be vindicated as having told the truth all the while, just like this guy that we're going to look at today. And they benefit as well, because when you actually front up to the lies that you tell, it's a great eye-opener. It's part of this process of coming to know yourself authentically. Because at the moment, I swear to you, there's a bunch of people and they continually lie, and they lie as a pack of liars. And that's what a gaslighting group does. That's their modus of operating. And they'll push you to all levels. Now, then an interesting thing happened beyond that. A lady came in that I don't know. I've not seen her before. And she said basically that she represented the community and basically go away. But in that process, she mentioned an incident that occurred, and it's a true incident. And so that was broadcast. So when that's broadcast, I wanted to have my response. When I tried to respond to that claim, she would continually interrupt. So I turned to this Jim Barrick dude, and he said she can interrupt as much as you like. And when I heard that comment, I knew that this wasn't a genuine individual. And then my friend, or former friend, well, that's up to him. He knows what he's got to do to set the book right, was also basically saying negative comments. So that was an interesting one. And it was a dead set setup. Well, I've got no doubt about it. And that's what goes on. And I'm sure that they'll have a video out about that. And all I'll do is just do what I usually do. I'll just put my voice to that video. Okay, let's see this bullying episode. And, well, let's see if I'm right about this being a very fine example of gaslighting.
I love just using dumbbells. You know what I mean? Different, techniques
Hey,
with
viewer number
dumbbells,
2.
You know, like all that.
Now we've got a lady, she's sitting very quietly in the corner there. Her name's Amy Wood. Just wanted to mention she's there. We've got Benny the Ball, and he's making some comments, little digs, nothing too harmful. Tom himself, Pseudo, Nim, I think, and Gimmick. That's all I hear at the moment. Later on, as we go along, the bully pack, well, let's see, but the bully pack emerge.
Press ups at home, and then just do what I need to do at gym with dumbbells, man. Just make a start this week. Some swimming.
Now you'll notice with Tom, like he's not making any personal attacks to that. He's just responding to the conversation. So far, nothing out of the ordinary. Seems like a nice dialogue that's occurring.
Yeah. Why aren't I inspiring Gimmick to train?
You should put a shirt on.
Gimmick, foot trainer. I'm red hot, lad. Am I not allowed to fucking sit in my own flat with my shirt off? I've got heating on. I'm red hot, lad. Is that alright?
You red hot from what?
Oh, for fuck's sake, I've just told you, like, you know. Fuck.
There's some early warning signs, right? Just that's stupid comments, right? Ridiculous. If Vlad, I think he called him Vlad, if Vlad had a problem, he can leave. It's simple. It's a simple solution. But there's a bit more going on here, I think, as we watch, as things unfold.
You know.
Turn the fucking heater off.
You're driving me fucking waffling, man. Fuck, you know, what is it with people online, man? What is the problem? Why can't they just worry about what they're doing?
Yeah, but bro, I could do that too. Yeah, asking.
For what? I'm eating my fucking tea.
Remember, hey, listen, I live in Australia, man. It's bloody all the time, but I don't come on camera with that.
What do you want me to do? I'm fucking red hot, lad. I'm sweating.
Now, interesting comment there. I mean, the reality living in Australia is that we do have summers, and you know, people do walk around with their tops off. So again, he's just trying to confound the reality. You know, subtle, but nonetheless.
Oh, bro, you ain't fucking seen red hot till you come to Australia, mate.
Red hot, you know, even anywhere on the planet, if you're in a house and you've got the heating cranked up, you know, it can be red hot. So to me, nonsense conversation. But anyway.
Going over here every day. What the fuck is this place? Is this hell?
I'll tell you what, lad, I'll not dry me washing, and just so it makes you feel happier, all right?
No, this, I don't care, man. I'm just saying, bro. This is a rule, man.
Well, why mention it then if you don't care? Fuck, you know.
I'm just teasing you, but I'm just saying as a rule.
Now there's the truth, right? He was actually, I'm just teasing you. Teasing is the foundation, right? It's the low end of the scale of gaslighting.
Well, if I'm red hot sat in my own flat, I'm sure I'm entitled to take my t-shirt off, lad.
Put a singlet on, man, and wait. You can just get a normal white singlet. What are you doing? That will.
I'm all right, thanks. Thanks for your concern, though, lad. I'll note it down, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Because what you want to do too, shows a little bit of humility, and fucking people like that. You know what I mean as well.
What, so because I'm sweating and red hot and I'm drying my washing, I have to put a t-shirt on and be fucking even warmer just because people think I ain't got no humility.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
I get you.
Benny just said yes. That's why I'm saying that.
I get you.
It's like this, right? Look, over here in Australia, you can imagine all the boys run around with their shirts off, yeah? But when they start running around with their shirts off, they're fucking wankers, yeah? You don't need to run around here. You just fucking wear a shirt or a singlet or something.
What about if you're sat in your flat then, lad? You're sat in your apartment, you've got your heating on, you're fucking sweating, you're red hot, what do you do?
Yeah, well, turn the fucking heater off, man.
I've got to dry my washing, lad.
I wouldn't just sit there and strip. I'd fucking turn the heater off, I'd wait.
It's 7:30 at night, it's pitch black, and I've got to dry my fucking washing. So how do you want me to dry my washing, lad?
Why are you fucking washing your clothes at the middle of the night?
No, I washed them earlier this afternoon, lad, and put them on the radiators.
Why don't you get a fucking dryer?
No space to put one, lad. Next. What colour socks have you got on, lad? What colour socks are you wearing?
Yeah, but look, man, that's like me. I could do that too, Tom. I don't.
Yeah, what colour socks are you wearing, lad?
What colour what?
What colour socks have you got on?
Truthfully, I've got a sock on my left. Anyway.
Now, notice how that guy just said truthfully. Preface what he said with truthfully. Subtle point, but, you know, a point to just be a little bit mindful of.
Get this right. I've got a sock on my left foot, which is actually my missus' sock, and nothing on my right foot, and just my...
Ooh, you've got to put a sock on, lad. You best put a sock on. Them people who go out, they want sock on, the wankers, them people, mate.
No.
You've got to put, you got to wear 2 socks, lad, for fuck's sake, man, come on.
What are you talking about?
That's the fuck what I was going to say. What are you comparing, man?
Well, it's the same as what you're saying, lad. It's fucking totally irrelevant, isn't it? You know? Petty fucking bullshit.
Yeah, but, alright, Tom. That's like...
No, there's no buts, lad. It's just petty bullshit, mate.
It's hot. I've got a...
You know me, I say it as it is.
I know you thought, man. You fucking... That's your thing. Yeah, you're doing fucking that. You're working out. You're fucking... I know, bro. I've been there. You know I've been there.
Who's working out? I've only just started doing my press-ups again, lad. Me, you know what I mean? It's like... I hurt my arm again, going back to the gym, thinking I can jump straight back in. I hurt my fucking arm again.
You ask Benny, I really get on camp because I'm a big cunt, bro. I'm a big boy. I'm not little. But I don't fucking...
Right, well, is it a competition, man?
My voice sounds little, like I'm a little guy. Doesn't it? Because the way I'm always cramped up, like in a chair.
I've seen you plenty of times on camera, lad. You know, I've seen you with your shirt off. I've seen you with your shirt off. I've never ever said to you, ooh, you best put your shirt on, you lad. Nothing to do with me, is it? You sit with your shirt off, that's up to you.
Like you should see me now, I've got a fucking gut and everything. I love it.
It's none of my business, is it? So I won't stick my nose in like that. You know, I'm not like that, mate.
Yeah, no, I look good though. But the thing is, I wouldn't sit there with a shirt off. You know what I mean?
Well, that's you. That's you. If I'm red hot, I'm sure I'm entitled to take my shirt off. You know what I mean? I don't have to ask your permission, Vlad, or anybody else's. Sorry.
No, it's not permission. That's the thing about humility, bro. You get it?
No, I'm just getting. I'm red hot. I'm eating a hot meal. My radiators are on. So, you know, I thought, well, I best take my fucking t-shirt off because I am red hot. You're all right. I've got jogging bottoms on. You know what I mean? I'm not totally naked, so. You just want to educate me, Benny. Cheers, man. Fucking hell. You know what, Benny? He's so helpful, aren't you? He's so caring, man. Wow. Good job I've got friends like you in this life, Benny, innit? Wow. I don't know where to be without you. You know, thank you, man. It's always a pleasure speaking to you. I mean, we're reading your text. It's a pleasure.
How tall are you, Tom?
5'10", brother.
You're smaller than me, that's why.
Yeah, I'm only short, right? I'm no big, strapping, tall, you know what I mean? Handsome.
For about, bro, I'm fucking 6'2", man. 6'1".
Oh, shit. Wait, I'll put my shirt back on now, blood, then. Shit.
No, I thought you were fucking out I don't know. I was gonna maybe help you out, tell you what you can do because of your body shape. But if you're smaller than I am.
No, you know what, blood? I'm in best possible place I could ever be for advice, etc. There's people there with degrees, you know what I mean? Diplomas.
Yeah.
You don't get to work there unless, you know, in that field, like PE, like fitness instructors and people who take all them kind of classes, you can't work there unless you've got a degree, etc. That's how. That's what level they're at there.
Right, I'm going to tell you something, right? That they don't know. They won't fucking tell you because they can't. They don't know this because they haven't got the right thing background. But every time you take a fucking protein shake, right, or any of that shit, you know what you do? Because there's sodium in it, you change your fucking blood chemistry.
Yeah, well,
you change your blood chemistry, you fuck yourself up, bro. That's why you don't touch it.
Yeah, everything you eat, lad, everything you drink, it's all changing you.
No.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't. I'm talking about blood chemistry in particular. Right? And it changes.
I'm talking about the chemicals in your food, lad, and your drink. Yeah, it is. It's changing your blood, yeah.
No, you don't get it, man.
All right.
All right. It's going too long to explain it, man. But fucking, when you change your blood chemistry, what I'm talking about with salt, sodium, not with fucking the chemicals, yeah, it's different. It fucks you, man. That's not good, yeah? So you're meant to not touch anything like that. You're meant to stay as natural as possible, bro. And stay the fuck away from protein shakes, man, because you know what you're going to do? I'm going to fucking tell you what you're going to do to yourself, bro. You're going to give yourself a higher blood pressure. That's the only thing you're going to achieve, man. You don't even need it. No one needs fucking protein shakes. You know what I mean?
It's not going to affect your blood pressure. Don't worry about it. Only thing I've took, lad, is this.
Do they fuck you, cuz?
It's called Maxi Nutrition. Yeah? You get magnesium, calcium, vitamin B, vitamin A, vitamin D, glutamine, Biolene G, whatever that is. And you get it's got fibre in it, and some carbs. You know what I mean? Like it's all good solid food.
L/carnitine in it. It'll have a few different things in it, bro. Right? You know what creatine does?
Pardon?
Do you know about creatine?
Yeah, I do, yeah. I used to use it years ago, yeah, when I used to train years ago down at Pit Gym.
Why?
Because that was all the rage back then, you know what I mean? Everyone else was fucking using it, and I thought, oh, I'll try it. It just gave me cramps, and it didn't help.
No, it doesn't fucking work, right? It
No.
only works for a very minority of people, and it doesn't do what you think it does either.
No, I didn't like it, right?
You know what L-carnitine is? L/carnitine.
L what?
L, capital L, dash, as in a slash, sorry. Carnitine, C-A.
No, mate, no. Never heard of it.
You got to learn all that, bro.
Right. I'll learn it, right? I'll learn it.
They're the thing, protein, carbs, right? L-carnitine, creatine, right? They're just four. Then you can fucking boost. Then you can get things like green tea extract, fucking. There's heaps of different things you can add. Have. You should get, if you're going to get protein powder, try and get hydrolyzed protein powder because it's had an enzyme in the process that's broken it down. So when you take it, you get it straight away.
Like saying, I don't like to stick out like that, lad. I only got that because I wasn't eating solid food. That's it.
Oh. Yeah, don't do that. Hey, bro, if you're fucking swapping protein shakes for food, you're going to fuck yourself up, bro. You're meant to add on top and train. Yeah, that's no good as a substitute. They tell you on the thing, too.
Well,
and everyone will tell you, don't substitute it, bro.
You know what, lad? I won't put anything in my body. Surely not putting anything in your body is worse than putting some vitamins in your body, you know, surely.
Yeah, but bro, you know what I used to do, honestly, cuz? I used to go for jogs every day, do 5Ks a day, right? But at lunch, I would go to the pub, this is true, and order a fucking big steak thing with cooked vegetables, yeah? Every day. I would run up there to the pub and do that. You'd have that, and then you have a protein powder afterwards, you know?
Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah. You're right.
Add it, bro. That's
You're
healthy,
right,
yeah?
mate. Well, I wasn't eating, so I'm going to do that.
Tom, if your substitute...
Just give me a minute, mate.
You just want to avoid it. No, but keep it, I told you.
Oh, I'm ready to blow. So get your surfboards out.
See, all those...
I'm ready to go. We're on road. I'm ready to blow.
So, you mean oh, yeah.
Kiss the rain. Hear me.
You might as well sit around.
Right, I'm going to move it along a bit.
There it goes.
I tell you what,
This is what we're dealing
I don't meet that many childish 50.
So now we've got Sydney asked the atheist Winston. I'm not sure who that person is. Well, if I recognise them, I'll say. Anyway, let's roll the videotape.
The odd-year-old said, like you.
A guy has a cigarette in his hand. He lights it. He takes a drag, and
Do you know what it is, Vlad, right?
and he denies smoking a cigarette.
In the UK,
Not
right,
lulls.
there's cigarettes, and then there's rolling tobacco. They're two totally different things in the UK. Like when you go to jail and stuff, like they're called civvies. Cigarettes are called civvies.
Yeah, but
And
what
then you've got your rolling tobacco.
do you get addicted to nicotine, or do you get
Not
addicted
mixed
to
up.
the rolling?
Steve got mixed up with the terminology of cigarettes and rolling tobacco, and he can't process it in his little tiny mind. He can't process it, so he keeps saying, "Oh look, he's having a drag of his cigarette stroke roll up." Like, well, he spent 3-4 hours the other day going on about my gas bill. This guy's so concerned about me and my gas bill. He was on about it for 4 hours.
And so there's a great indicator, right, of, well, I'd call it a sick mind at work, but this obsessive behaviours that you get, and of course what happens, because we're just trying to defend ourselves and trying to get to the truth of the story, they'll project out their bad behaviour and call ours as obsessive. But what do you care? I mean, if I saw someone smoking, the way I would deal with it, I'd say you shouldn't smoke. It's not good for you, you know, and that's the end of the conversation. Because, you know, people do whatever people do. Just give them something to think about. And what was the other thing? 4 hours on, oh, his gas bill, was it? But anyway, that's just obsessive. So you've got to ask yourself, why? What's the agenda? Well, the answer, the only answer, as far as I can see, is gaslighting. And it's so obvious. What's terribly frustrating is that these guys get the majority of the support. No one sticks up for the victim. Bloody appalling stuff. Absolutely appalling. I mean, it's as clear as the nose on your face what's going on here and who's in the wrong.
Good old Satanist.
Now we have Bulldog 101, one of the biggest stirrers on the internet. Well, not really, in his own mind, but certainly in this community group, he is a major culprit in terms of gaslighting.
Stop shaking that fucking bottles.
No, I'll check it out. I'm like sat in my own flat. What I fucking want, mate?
Tommy, okay?
I'm more than okay, mate.
Subtle one. Just ask Tom, are you okay? Now, Tom's fine. I mean, if you watch the video, and I'll tell you where to get it and all the rest of it. And if it's not there, I can get a copy to you. But, excuse me, you can see, you can clearly see that he's fine. He's actually doing fabulously well by the look of him. And Sydney throws in, I do that deliberately, throws in, and remember, he's a 70-year-old dude. He throws in, are you okay? And that is gaslighting. Because in Tom's worldview, and for anyone watching this video, the guy is fine. There's no cause for that question. But Sydney throws it in. Why? Because he wants to create that. It's a psychological attack. That's exactly what it is.
I don't worship the devil. You know what I mean? I don't fucking glorify.
Now Tom's going back. For some reason, Tom thinks this guy worships the devil. Who knows? I mean, given the things I've seen him do, you know, I'm still to understand the agenda other than ego. You know, there's something, there's a bit of a mystery about this dude. You know, again, 70-year-old and playing these stupid bullying games. That's wrong. There's something very, very wrong.
Pedophilia. I'm all right, mate, thanks.
Oops. Pedophilia. Let's find out what that's about.
Glorify what? Excuse me?
That's what Satanists do.
Oh my God, you need some help, man.
Yeah, you.
So again there now, he's taking that comment because the way Tom's talking could classically be regarded as conspiracy theorist type stuff. And so Sydney is saying you need help. But Tom just holds a view on that particular point, and he's just doing it, I think, to stir these guys up a bit.
You do. Look into it. Satanism and paedophilia, very fucking closely linked.
Okay, well, that gives us something. What we would do then is do some research on it, find out if Tom's actually got a basis for what he's saying. If he has, then Sydney needs to apologise. If he doesn't, then Tom needs to, you know, say, sorry, got it wrong.
In Australia.
You really are, you're a piece of work there.
No, you are. You're the one.
So he's still working on this personal attack. You're a piece of work, Tom. So there's, you know, there's a developing dialogue. And, yeah, so let's see how it evolves.
Okay, yeah. You know, you're the one with no morals, Sydney. You've been reading your Anton LaVey book. You know, oh, I've got no morals. I've read the Anton LaVey book. Well, I can go around and be as nasty as I want to people. I don't have to be decent towards people because I'm like Anton LaVey now. Ooh.
Well, I can certainly validate what Tom's saying. I find Sydney to be a very evil individual. Now, that's another debate, and I'm quite happy to have it, but it'll be only on my terms. And it'll be where we'll go from the earliest days through to current about the accusations he's making on my behaviours. And what I'll demonstrate, and I think it shouldn't be too hard, as long as we constrain him to evidence, too hard, that basically he's been gaslighting me, and this exactly the same phenomenon that's going on here.
Well, have you read Anton LaVey?
I won't fucking want to read it, he said.
Well, then why? How do you comment on something that you haven't read, my friend?
Oh, I know all about it. Oh, you read? I know all
You
about it.
obviously don't, because if you haven't read it and you're criticizing it without reading it, you know shit.
Look at what Anton LaVey was doing on his.
You know shit about anything. You're an uneducated young man.
Yeah.
He refuses to take responsibility for his own education. That's your problem.
I didn't have an education.
So what he's doing there, I don't know what Tom's education, maybe high school, I don't know. But he's making a point of his education being a weakness. That is still gaslighting, because it's a psychological attack. You know, you're useless because you didn't study. People have a good and productive life without going through to university. People fall off the rails a bit. Plenty of folks get caught up in drugs. This guy is on the other side of that, and he's actually doing extremely well. That's a major credit to him. He's got employment, so that's another major credit for him. I think these guys actually rang his work, so that's the kind of capers they get up to. Anyway, let's roll the videotape.
Said I fucking left school about what, 13, 14.
And there you go. See, that's what you expect from a good human being. He's not afraid to say exactly what happened.
Proud of that.
This guy then belittles that. Is that good human behavior? No, it's not. It's a 70-year-old dude playing psychological warfare games. That's what it is.
Not only
I said I'm proud of it. I've just said I left it,
but it shows.
I didn't have an education.
It shows in your lack of knowledge, and your
self-educated,
and your overabundance of ignorance.
You can read stuff, and I bet you Tom's read a bit.
Well, do you know what, Sid? There's only you and your little group of haters who seem to have that opinion, because everybody else, if you look at the comments online, are saying, hey, Tom, thanks for your video. It was quite informative, that, mate. Thank you very much. So I'm giving your opinion.
So now what we should do at this point, right, you see Bulldog 101, that laugh, you'll get used to that. He chimes in and, mocks him. So all we do to validate that simply is, let's have a look at those videos that you're talking about, Tom. Have a look at them and look at the comments on them. And if they validate what he says, then that's the real story. And these other guys have just mocked it. So they've introduced a contrary perspective. That's gaslighting.
Yeah, and your other couple of girls.
So the question you'd ask, have you seen the videos that Tom put out?
That Bulldog.
Yeah.
No, there's only one like that.
Oh, I didn't know how to I didn't know where to buy a gas meter. Thanks for that fucking eBay tip. Oh, thank you very much.
Hey, Bulldog.
Yeah.
Bulldog. You reckon
What?
too hot in his apartment, right? That's why he has to sit there with his shirt off to fucking dry.
Oh, okay.
Now, so again, Lad is talking about this shirt taking off stuff again, and reintroducing that into discussion now that he's got others in the group. So let's see how this plays out.
Oh yeah, what's with it? Do you want to see my physique still, or are you kind of over that?
Yeah, fuck about you, Sid. Come give a fuck about
You
you.
don't give a fuck about me now, but hey, show me your physique.
Come on,
Hey, woo, baby.
Don't give two fucks about you, to be honest, Sid.
So you just like me? You just like me for
No,
my
I don't
body?
like you. I think you're a bit lonely old man.
So Tom, are you just after my body? That's it?
After your body.
So now, again, this has come from the gaslighting cartel, if you like. They've introduced a concept. It came purely from Sydney. No word of it at all from Tom's side. And remember, too, now we've got Tom on his own, and we've got the bullying group, operating together. That's very evident. And if you don't see that, you're a fool. And so they've introduced this concept of you want to see my body. So it's like homosexual type connotations on Tom. Now, Tom's not a homosexual, or if he is, he can let me know or whatever. But my read on Tom is that he's not a homosexual, certainly not by his mannerisms or anything. Nothing there that gives that away. So this is purely coming from Sydney. So this is a really important point. We now know that came from Sydney. So the question becomes, Sydney, where did you get that idea from? He'll create a story. He'll make some shit up, but it won't be able to be substantiated because it's created in his mind. And that's the illness of gaslighters. They create realities. Bad things. Just so they can get this, because it's ego in nature, this feeling of a false sense of superiority. So these people have superiority complexes in my book. But I want to show this to the psychiatrists and get their opinion. I really think that's going to be an important step.
Listen, you joined here. I have joined you. You've joined here.
You asked me yesterday to take my shirt off.
Yeah, because you were trying to insult me.
I was
you
succeeding
won't
in
show
something.
your physique, will you?
I said,
Oh, okay. So there is a basis for that comment. There is a prior thing. So we need to perhaps retract that a little bit. Although the way he worded it was, you know, it was gaslighting.
I insult you, dude.
Now, of course, Sydney is being supported by Bulldog 101, infamous gaslighter in the context of the small community on G+. So you can see there's collaboration between the groups. In a normal discourse between people, there's no collaborative ganging up sort of stuff. The ganging up is very clear. It's certainly, there's Tom is a gang of one. The other guys are against him, and they've got some sort of agenda. I say it's gaslighting.
Well, Bulldog, that's only line you've got, because you don't come on camera anyway. So
Oh, the only line you got is fucking, come on camera, show me your physique. That's all you've got.
You're boring me already. I'm going to leave you next. You're boring me already. Fuck me, man. I already nearly fallen to sleep. Yeah, man, I'll be sleeping.
Take some fucking pills. Go back to sleep.
Fucking over the brain. Oh, God.
Show me your physique.
Like that one.
Show me your physique.
You haven't got one. Unlucky.
I'll tell you the truth. I just want to know why.
I can't come on camera, Bulldog. It's okay.
I just want to know why you wanted to see mine. That's all. I think that's a perfectly reasonable question.
Yeah, there's nothing reasonable about that, you see. That's all.
There's nothing reasonable about that question. You asked me to take my shirt off to see my
You're a
physique.
snake, Sidney.
I ask you why.
You're a snake.
And you sit there with me.
That's what you are.
What sort of snake is he, Tom?
What's wrong with being a snake?
Brown snake, black snake, yellow belly snake.
Sweet, slithery.
You're right.
Come order. Come order. I must say you're a good sport.
Yeah, a good sport. I like it.
Yeah, so that's an interesting comment and one to watch out for. Probably relates to, yeah. He's just trying to sort of get in again, get in for, you know, get a bit closer so he can give you a bigger kick. Let's see if I'm right.
Great.
I love sport.
Yeah, I think that, you know, the fact that you love to take it on the chin, or don't mind taking it on the chin.
Take it on. What? Do you mean by your fucking idiots just being insulted? Fucking what? I just brush it off like that, Sid. Done.
It's all
Well,
in a day's
why
work,
did you
isn't it, Tom?
You don't bother me, Sid. You know, like, fucking hell, get 20 on yous in here fucking having a go. It don't bother me. Like, does it make you more of a man, like, Sydney?
Did you promise that you're never going to come into my hangout again?
Yeah, and I will. Trust me, I won't be doing.
And why did you come into my hangout again?
Well, is this your hangout?
Yesterday, you came into a hangout after the day before, promising that you never would do that
I
again.
saw it. Yeah.
Did you invite me, Sydney?
Why? Well,
Did you invite me?
Not yesterday, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
Okay, so but you were still never going to come in.
Oh, so you
Now, he sort of admitted it there too. So that's actually gaslighting as well, denying previous actions. He knows full well that he sent an invite to Tom. Tom responded to it and went in. And we can easily see that he says, oh, you know, it's like, oh, dear, I did.
lying now. He's saying you didn't invite me. Well, I can prove you did. I can prove you did.
Now, that's an important point too. It's the, I keep saying it, the devil in the detail. It's those little moments where they slip up. Well, in my case, they slip up all over the place. But to pin them down, and they wouldn't have the balls to come into my hangout on my terms and go through some of the stuff because they know that they make shit up in their heads. And I'll show that very clearly. So, but if you get one instance of a lie, that's the beginning of the unraveling. So they're clear evidence of Sydney lying.
Maybe somebody else added you to the
liar. Another liar. You know, we've got another liar on his hands.
Okay, I added you to Why did you come in when you said you were never going to join?
Well, because my daughter was with me, and I wanted Amy to say what she was saying the night before to my daughter's face instead of behind her back.
You exposed your daughter to incredible abuse.
I do what I want.
No, Sydney, that's not correct. I actually must get that that video and run through it. So what Tom's doing, from Tom's perspective, he's educating his daughter to, some of the things her father is experiencing. And I'll back it in, and we'd have to ask Tom if I'm right here, that he's doing it so that his daughter gets an education to watch out for internet bullies. That would be his agenda. That's far from abuse. Now, that would be Tom's perspective or something like that, because he loves his daughter. So he's not going to put her into harm's way. Oh, hang on, I just lost my train of thought. Yeah, but Sydney, right, on the other hand, takes that story and turns it into child abuse. Tom is not a child abusive parent. And I guarantee if you get Tom and his daughter on video, you'll see the relationship as it really is. It'll be a genuine, real relationship. And this filthy old fart, 70-year-old Sydney, Ask the Atheist, wants to gaslight Tom by turning that into child abuse. That's appalling. But Tom's a bigger man than them, so he just rides the wave.
You used your daughter as a human shield. That's what you did.
A human shield.
So now we can see Bulldog 101. He chimes in and he puts a spin, that Tom's hiding behind his daughter. That's his story. He makes that story up. If we had Tom and his daughter, we could clearly see that this is an absolute fabrication. If it's an absolute fabrication, it's gaslighting. If it's gaslighting, these guys should be charged. It's criminal. Psychological damage to people, it should be a criminal offence.
Well, she had the chance to answer for herself, but obviously, coward Amy.
12-year-old. A 12-year-old.
Quality time.
Right, so now we've got Amy making accusations. So the claim here is that Amy has made some accusations against Tom that she wouldn't front up to in front of the daughter, and making all sorts of excuses. Well, people that have claims made against them want to have the truth. That's the nature of humanity. The whole life journey is about a search for truth and meaning. So it's part of our nature. So Amy, who I guess we're going to see not too far down the track to get her behaviours, but to prove that point, right, this is where these buggers run for cover and try and hide. Bring her out with Tom and Tom's daughter, bingo. We'll see the whole true story. And I know exactly what that result will be. A tantrum from Amy.
Time with your daughter there, Tom.
It can't be that long.
Yeah, I've loved this weekend. Well, she only comes Saturday, like, but yeah. We've had a lovely time, Sid. And what I was showing her is,
lovely time doing nothing.
People like yourselves,
She's
right?
she's traumatized for life now. What are you talking about? Scarred. The psyche is scarred.
Yeah, she's traumatized for life. Do you know what, Sid? What I was showing her is, people like you make out your people's friends and then you stab them in back. So I was showing her.
Oh, yeah, so says
That's true, absolutely untrue. So see, I was right in what I was saying. Tom was doing it to educate his daughter. It was a loving act. And notice when one of these clowns said that, you know, he's damaged her for life or whatever, Tom just laughed because it's a ridiculous thing. I would say that for a 12-year-old, and we wouldn't know unless we met the young lady, and that's entirely up to Tom and the daughter, but I bet you if we met her, we'd find that she was quite a mature young lady.
Can't trust people, and I was showing her why. Because people like you, friend, get them in and have them in back.
You misrepresented yourself, Tom.
Oh, what?
I said you misrepresented yourself.
Right, shoot me now then, Sid. Shoot me.
You came across as somebody who we thought was an intelligent, empathetic person, and it turns out you're a psychopath.
All right.
Right, now that's a definite gaslighting event. 100%. That guy, Sydney, the 70-year-old Ask the Atheist dude, he is not qualified to make that diagnosis. So he has no right at all calling that out publicly. And I wonder whether that's actually an illegal thing that he just did. But beyond that, it's actually got no basis in reality again. None whatsoever. Tom's justified his actions with his daughter. He's defending himself against a bunch of gaslighters. Tom's mannerisms are stable. His answers are honest and will all stack up. And it's these other guys that are being inventive and making something out of nothing. So if any of you pricks from, the likes of Brother John and Cerebus and all that crew, if you get a chance to watch this video, I urge you, although you probably won't, you'll have your blinkers on, but I urge you to think about it seriously, what goes on, because this is exactly what you guys did to me. Exactly.
Fair enough, Sid. You worship the devil, don't you? You know what I mean? So you're fucking, but you're fucking down.
Who do you worship, Tom? Who do you worship?
Who do you worship, Tom?
Oh, really?
Yeah, not a religious person.
Don't you worship shopkeepers, the ones that you go around pilfering fucking stuff from every day?
Yeah.
Right, now, so what Bulldog's done there, again, in my worldview, is an appalling act, an appallingly cruel human act or behaviour. rather. He's basically saying, hang on a minute.
Every day of my life, Bulldog.
Yeah, so he's referring to Tom's criminal history. Tom, that's his history. That's what he's done. He owns up to it. He doesn't deny it. He doesn't walk away from it. But it's not, as far as I know, and Tom will have to speak to this, but as far as I know, it's not the current state for him. The drug taking is not a current state because 5 months, and he's got evidence for that. And he can show that, and I've seen that. So he's got a good relationship with his daughter, you know, the jobs and all the rest of it. So what you should do as a human being, lost one of our viewers, that's probably one of the trolls, might be getting a guilty conscience. But what he should be doing is lifting this dude up and, you know, applauding his good progress and hoping that he gets more of the same, but not these dudes, right? So there's no current context for thieving. None that I'm aware of. Tom will have to answer for that, though.
That's why, you know, I'm in jail now. This is my jail cell.
Is this like the disease you got, kleptomania?
A disease?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're kleptomaniac, Tom.
Yeah, I'm all you want me to be, lads. All you want me to be.
So what he's basically saying there is whatever you make up in your mind, I've got no control over. And that's, unfortunately, that's the reality. So in this world, there are egotistical SOBs like this that go around getting their kicks, entertainment, from gaslighting others. But what I still don't understand, there's 4 of them. I'd love to know their, you know, their rationale, their reasoning. That'd be a really useful thing to know. I mean, I understand that it's self-interest that's driving it, self-survival instinct, so I understand that. But I'd love to hear their truth about why they did it. And I know that when people actually, you know, break away from their past bad habits, they know the story and they can explain why and what they did. So, you know, can't use the excuse of, oh, I didn't know what I was doing and all that sort of crap.
Well, I'd like you to put your shirt on.
You shut yourself.
Would you?
I'd like you to put your shirt on.
I'm gonna put my eating off. I'm leaving my shirt off, thanks, because I'm fucking red hot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but it can't be that hot.
You're cooling down after all that fucking crime you've been fucking doing.
Don't forget, he is in England and it is the fucking middle of winter. So how
I've got my eating on, said bald headed prick. Grow some fucking hair.
was that an insult?
Yeah, grow some fucking hair. Prick.
Didn't sound like one to me. I kind of complimented.
No, that videos you've been making didn't seem like an insult either, Sydney.
You raised my self-esteem.
Yeah, well, them videos really help
when you
my
call me things like bald head,
made me stronger.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sydney.
Thank you,
You
Sydney.
made me stronger without knowing it, you prick.
Oh, thank you, Sydney. You prick.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have to thank you for it.
Well, you're going to have to thank me too.
Yeah.
That's right.
I got you that fucking job, that toilet fucking washing fucking job, which you love.
The job is, yes.
All right. Thank me. I told you you'd thank me sooner or later.
It was Bulldog motivated you to talk to
I owe you, Tommy.
So Bulldog 101, you know, just blurted out a lot of tripe, but that's tied to his psychology, I guess you'd call it, or for want of a better name, ego probably suits me better. And what he's doing there is, he, you know, hey, what about me? I'm one of the controllers here, you know, I'm in control of you, I manipulate outcomes, I'm your boss, blah, blah, blah. I mean, he said to me, I own you, Beasley. You know, so that's, you know, he's just making sure that he gets his 2 bobs worth in. Now, of course, he lives in Australia and he's a bloody embarrassment as an Australian goes. And there's no way he could contribute at all to getting Tom Arter a job. So Tom Arter gets a job off his own bat. All you should be saying is, well, hey, that's fantastic, Tom. Glad to hear it, and I hope it goes well for you. But not these clowns. So again, there's a lot going on here that really discloses these guys. I mean, if they don't like his shirt on, get the fuck out of the room. If they, pardon the French, if they, and you know, they're overly engaged in him, right? And the reason for that is they're trying to make psychological warfare against him. That's gaslighting.
There he goes. He's going to have another episode.
And back.
Are you going to have a fucking another episode?
So that's talking about psychological outcomes. This is their agenda.
In a minute, Tommy start fucking bouncing around on that couch like a fucking ping pong ball.
Well, you know, you're so funny, Bulldog. It's
Stop laughing. Stop laughing. No fake laughing now.
it's never a fake laugh.
So Bulldog's working on subtleties, you know. You're not being fair income. He's quite attuned. I call it a rat cunning that these guys have. So he's working on the subtleties. You know, you're not being fair income, Tom. I'm getting to you, aren't I, Tom? That's what he does.
I've never heard of Tom Arter genuine laugh. Every single time it's a thing.
So now Sydney's picked up on that. And he's trying to, you know, undermine Tom's confidence by saying that he's not a genuinely relaxed individual. So we definitely 100% are dealing, well, let's see what the psychiatrist says, but we're 100% dealing with gaslighting, you know, undermining psychology.
Sydney, you know everything about me, you, Sydney, don't you?
Just from the hangouts. Just from the hangouts.
Oh, just from the hangouts.
Yeah.
Right.
I know that Russ McGarry is a much better father than you are. That's
so there again. Right, we'd have to get the daughter and the father together, and I'll guarantee that you'd find that they both love each other. There's no problem there. But Sydney takes this twisted creates this twisted story in his head, and he says that he's a bad father. Again, that's gaslighting.
That's what I do know.
Oh, all right.
He's an alcoholic.
I suppose you didn't tell me fucking that's worse than a fucking junkie. I don't think so.
There it goes. Now, there's a number of videos that you'll see this behaviour by Bulldog 101. He really, really peppers Tom with the junkie status. So if you knew someone that had been on heroin, or I don't even know what drug Tom's were on, but Tom's not denying that. He admits freely that he's 5 months free from that drug situation. If you knew someone in that predicament, what a normal, caring human being would do is say, fantastic work, Tom, keep it up. And Tom would say, thanks, but, you know, he's his own man. He's taking care of business himself. He doesn't really need the pat on the back. That's the nature of Tom. But the nature of Bulldog 101 and Sydney and the bully cartel is they want to keep bringing up the drugs. You're a druggie or whatever. Anyway, let's see what he says.
So alcohol's not against the fucking law for a start.
All right. What about what it's doing to your health? Well, that doesn't matter because it's not against the law. The law's right.
Yeah.
The law's right.
Yeah. Junkie fucking Tom Arter so worried about his fucking health. Oh yeah.
This is a better rhyme than you'll ever be, smack rats.
Right, now there we go. There's Amy. Amy Wood's her name. She's just chimed in and she's called him a smack rat. Now, how cruel is that? again, remember, Tom's view is he's 5 months clean, and he's got some evidence. He held it up to the camera there to show these people. So Bulldog's made a comment about drugs, and now she's chiming in and having her 2 bobs worth. If Amy was genuine, because Amy then defends herself and she says, you know, Tom did this to me or whatever, I offered, right, because I saw this and I thought that's bloody appalling, I offered to sit with Tom and Amy to find out the true story, because she wanted me to take her word after seeing this without hearing Tom's side of it. And she was trying to suggest that her and Tom's were friends and they were moving on. Well, they might be, but, you know, let's get it from Tom as well, because your behaviour here, Amy, is very, very cruel human behaviour, without a doubt. And then we're going to see some more of it.
Ooh, look.
You smoke cigarettes, I'm going to be worried about yourself.
Good old fat face. Go on, love.
You smoke cigarettes, Tom Otter. How can you possibly be worried about your health?
Well, Sydney, if you were here earlier on, you would have seen that Tom was talking about getting into the gym. And I think he's working at a gym. I don't know. I'll have to confirm that. And he looks in reasonable shape. But, yeah, I agree about smoking. But just make your comment and move on.
You've caught him there. Look at him.
Oh, you've got me out again.
Oh, no. You've caught him. He's not worried about his health anymore. Oh, look at him. Shaking his head, cornered like a rat.
Cornered like a rat. I come in here, Bulldog, on my own accord.
A smack rat.
Ooh, don't aim me. Don't.
Yeah, so clearly that is gaslighting. That's a deliberate attempt to hurt his feelings, I guess.
Hey, mate, I'd love you to have a liver function test done. Show me results.
Yeah.
Another function test would be fine.
Well, show me results. Go and have one and show me results. I think you'll find they won't.
No, mine's will be fine.
No, they
You're
won't.
nosy, Tom.
Can't drink that amount of vodka and be fine. Sid, just because you fancy fucking Amy, just keep your fucking trap shut, will you? You know what I mean? Like, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, isn't it?
I don't fancy
Fucking
Amy. I'm
embarrassing
deeply in
yourself,
love.
man. Stop it with Amy. Stop it.
Dickhead.
You're fucking pathetic, Sid.
Dickhead.
Okay, now.
Look at
Oh, don't, Amy, please. You're so significant in my life. I can't afford to lose you, Amy, as a friend. Fucking hell, please. Don't. No, Amy, please. You're too important.
Have a look at yourself.
I can see myself.
You're another.
Look, I'm on camera. I can see myself.
That's an asshole.
We can't see you, can we? We never can.
Here we go. The same fucking
Bunch of fake cunts, man. What can I do? Fake fuckers. That's all you get online, isn't it? That's why I start getting a life outside my front door. You've got fucking sad, lonely old bastards who just sit there, not better to do than make videos about people and all that.
Yeah,
You've
that's
got
sure.
so much time on your hands, Sid.
There.
Get a job, Sid.
Ancient pot plants.
That's very original, Tom Otter. Woo,
Yeah, you need to get a job. You've got too much time on your fucking hands, Sid. You're not worried about other people's lives. Start worrying about your own life.
This is the fucking guy who had a job for fucking 10 years.
So what we got there is we've got Amy Wood and Bulldog 101 are sitting there laughing about Tom's employment history. Now, what we should be doing is listening to it, but really, the guy's moved on. He's now got work. He's, he's getting off the drugs, and much success to him on that journey. So why would you bother doing this? I mean, if the guy's so despicable, you've got a thing called the block button, but they don't block. And the reason that they don't block, this is their entertainment. This is where they get their thrills.
Yeah, my ribs, man, my ribs.
You need a bottle.
Your fizzy.
I've got one, haven't I? You want?
Well, you put a shirt on.
Fucking LA, mate.
You
Fucking
proved your
hell,
point. You proved your point. Put a shirt on.
Get
You
out.
all right, mate?
You do nothing for me.
Because you're a big Bertha. You are.
You do nothing for me
Big
at all.
Bertha, Big Bertha. Oh, what a lovely machine.
Complete embarrassment.
Yeah.
You're an embarrassment to the fucking human
You're an
race.
embarrassment.
I don't hide behind a picture I've had on Google Plus for the last 5
You're
years.
me, fizzy.
You're so
Well,
Melo,
there.
I don't hide. People only hide something when they've got something, secrets and hiding away when they've got something. What you got to hide?
I have nothing to hide.
Oh, right, get you.
I'm entitled to my privacy. Like a
Oh, right, got you. Oh, dear.
We're not all fucking peacocks like you.
All right, man.
Mm-hmm.
I get you.
What's on your shopping list this week, Tommy?
No, so I got my shopping delivered, Friday. I'm all right till,
What are you gonna go out and pinch fucking on Monday morning?
Friday's payday, right?
No, actually, Sydney. Well, it will be now, yeah. It will be now, yeah. Sorry, you're right. Yeah, it will be now. It will be
What about
Friday.
a nice little PA system fucking that'll go with those fucking 2 guitars you got there which you can't
I
play.
get another one. That's going to piss you off, innit? If I got 3
drum tools, well, got your couple of drum tools.
He's out now, shit. Fucking hell, bastard. He's got 3.
3 guitars and you can't play.
Yeah, I can't play one chord.
I know, I've noticed.
Can you
I've
play it,
noticed.
Bob?
I didn't claim I could.
No, neither did I. Just because I had a guitar, never mind I claimed I could play it.
I'm going to move it.
Mildly famous like me
forward.
because they don't have a cartoon like me. So like you have totally
I've got one.
given me like esteem and ego, and I love it. Like you're the best part of me, Lola. I
I've
love
got
you so much.
It's like Tom and Jerry. I've got my own cartoon what Lovable Trolls made about me. Have you not seen it? You want to watch it? It's called Tom Me.
No, you just said jealousy, so you must know what I'm jealous of.
I ain't got a clue. You tell me. You keep
Right,
attacking
so-
me.
So I'm not jealous, and so I'm not jealous, so there's no evidence of me being jealous, so why are you saying that, you dickhead?
Everyone's attacking him.
Because you've got a pair of tits.
You're attacking.
You keep coming back with the same shit.
As soon as you came into this,
And you don't.
No. We've got plenty. I could sit here and talk all night about the shit Tom Arthur's done.
Yeah, yo, shit.
How he lives a lie. How he's a terrible father.
Fucking disclose it.
He's a liar, terrible
You would have never
father,
known about it because some Arthur told you.
scumbag.
So again, now we've got some gaslighting again going on. Pretty obvious. There's a whole group of them here.
he's a disgraceful scumbag father.
Hey, mate. Hey, so irrelevant, dude.
But Ellie, I'm just hoping Ellie wakes up one day when she's 15 and she looks at him and goes, fuck, man.
That's what's going to happen.
It'll either be that or she'll go off the rails and go down the same road as him.
Yeah. So now, they're getting quite cruel and personal to try and undermine. Tom knows this. He knows exactly what's going on, that it has no basis in reality. His only frustration is that these people won't tell the truth. And Amy's chiming in as well, same thing. They have no idea what's going to happen in 3 years' time with this young lady at all. No clue at all. They also don't understand and don't appreciate that there's a good relationship right now, and that actually Tom would be an extremely good father.
Do you know what? You know what she said to me? And do you know what my dad said as well last night? First time ever in my life. I'm proud of your son.
Yeah, so this is a guy, you know, has had a difficult relationship with his dad, and he's turning things around hand over foot. So his father's proud of him, you know, his daughter loves him. This is the true individual and the true reality. But these cruel human beings are just interested in getting their jollies through these sort of games. This gaslighting should be outlawed.
I'm proud of you.
Proud of you.
Tommy, you talk like you're a little boy. You talk like you're a little boy. Your dad came around. How old are you? 40 years old. I'm proud of you, son. He's only saying that because of all the shit you've put them through for years.
That's my fucking day, man.
If your dad saws about you cheating your daughter, which he probably does, he'd be disgusted. But what should your dad if you fucking lost? What's he
clue about me and your daughter?
Well, at the end of the day, mate, Tom's dad used to strangle him and boot fuck at him, so I think we know what Tom's dad's like.
Yeah, my dad's a fucking decent man, Fizzles.
What, a decent man strangles his kids? All right, Tommy.
Pissed him off, you know, I got under his skin, now we're a sneaky bastard. I deserved it.
So we've got a guy called Fizzle, or Fizzy, or Fizzy Drink, or whatever you want to call him. Young guy, but a right little twerp. He sort of like a miniature bullfrog. And he's just come in to really attack Tom, and that's all he's doing. And to any rational mind watching this, it should be abundantly clear exactly what's going on. This group of internet bullies are gaslighting this Tom.
Would you ever do that to his child?
One who's reached end of his fucking tether, that's what. He'd had enough.
At the end of the day, right?
He'd had enough. I pushed him to the fucking edge. I understand why he did what he did. I understand.
So again, the guy's being totally open and honest, and this is where these, because you know he's honest about his human existence and his frailties, if you want, for want of a better word, or his, and plenty of folks do it, and I guarantee these folks have a history if we could ever get it out of them. He's open about that, but these guys take the story and then they twist it into something that it's actually not. The guy understands why his father did what he did, and he's spoken openly about it. So no secrets. Lies sit with the bullying gang. They just do.
Didn't, but now I understand. Oh, careful, your fucking camera on first. Careful, shit, we nearly got a glimpse of you. Fucking hell, shit.
It's probably the biggest piece of shit like you, and this is where you've learned.
Go take your face for a shit. Go on, Amy, take your face for a shit, man.
And the toilet you clean.
No, not one of your shits, fucking hell, I'd leave it.
Do you know what? That's what we should all do, man. We should all go down to that gym, do a big work, have a big fucking curry, go and do a workout, then we'll all go in and do big shites, man. We'll make sure that today you're working for me.
Do you know what you are, Tom? You're a horrible, nasty, venomous piece of shit.
Pot calling the kettle black is what I'd say.
You treat your daughter like you're disgusting.
Now, so she struggled for words then, because she's making the story up in her head, right? It's not matched by the reality, and that can be easily proved.
Last night to ask yourself how I treated her, Amy, but you never took that up her up, did you?
Vile, you manipulator.
You could have asked her to her face.
Oh, here's what you did to her.
You could have asked her to her face.
Before.
And she wouldn't, because she would have been caught out. That's what's happening, Amy. You're a liar.
No, she was wanting you to repeat what you were saying, talking about her the night before.
No, I was talking to you about...
No, you wasn't. No, you wasn't. You were that drunk, you don't even know, dear.
Shut the fuck up. I'm going to come down and do a big shit in the urinals of your fucking gym.
You wouldn't dare step fucking foot nowhere near me, you.
I fucking will. I'll just make sure it's the day you're off. So the next day you come in, it's going to be sitting in the urinal, and that's going to be your first job of the fucking day.
No, it'll be...
Now, you know, we're supposed to be dealing with mature adults here. Look at the way they're talking. It's appalling. And this is the Gaslighting Brigade.
And cleaned up.
Cleaning my shit out the urinal.
A jobby.
Aye, a big fucking fat job.
And Amy, to show that it's a coalition, Amy joins in with that disgusting sort of commentary and basically supports it.
You wouldn't even get nowhere near, would you?
Don't kid yourself, sunshine.
You'd be next to that old man in bed, wouldn't you, when he has another fucking do?
Oh.
Looking at old men again, the disabled.
He's been brought up by a fucking abusive father, a fucking mum that used to work street corner. What do you expect of us? He's a low-life scumbag.
You calling him I'm a prostitute now, Fizz, yeah?
You put people's lives in danger.
So interesting there, that's Fizz again, a creative mind. So he's called to upset Tom, gaslighting effect. He's called Tom's mother a prostitute, basically. So then he interestingly shut up. Let's see if he says any more about it.
Danger.
You calling him I'm a prostitute, Fizz, yeah?
Yes, I do.
And then Amy chimes in to support it. I'll guarantee that none of those people know his mother. So it's childish, inventive spitefulness is what we're witnessing here. But at an adult level, it constitutes gaslighting.
Who the fuck are you? Fucking hell. About 3'4", little poison dwarf. Fuck off.
Excuse me a minute, right? You.
No, I won't excuse you, Amy. Fuck off, you poison dwarf. Take your face for a shit.
It wasn't that when you wanted to jump on the train and go stop there in Edinburgh. I remember that day.
Yes, steady, old man. You might have an heart attack. Go steady, bro. Go steady.
No, the heart's perfectly fine. Don't worry about me, Tom. It's you I'm worried about.
It's not if you've had an heart attack, is it? Obviously, there's a problem.
I haven't had a heart
attack, Tommy.
As you would say, get your facts right. No, I was a little bit made up when I came online, back online last week.
You've obviously been ill, haven't you, Russ? So, you know, I don't want to say too much to you. I don't want to stress you up, you know what I mean?
I'm all right to argue with anybody.
I won't wish that on anybody, you know, it's not a nice place to be, is it, hospital?
No, you know, yeah. Get over it, I have, you know what I mean?
Call karma, Russ, you know what I mean? Karma's coming to bite you, son.
Hold on a minute, you might think I'm taking piss, but I'm not. When I found out that you got yourself a fucking job, I thought, well, not bad. That's a step in the right direction. I felt that all week. But when I got up this morning, and fucking Ellie's all over fucking internet again. I mean, let's not forget or beat around the bush. This is what we fell over in the first place.
She's not all over internet. Her face wasn't on. She would have sat outside of me, and her face isn't on. She just sat outside of me waiting for Amy to take the piss out of while she was there, but she won't.
It's not right, no, Tom.
Do you think I was...
Yes, she wanted to have her own say. That were all. That's what she's like, Rose. She likes to have her own say.
Children,
Listen, you know,
She wants to defend herself. She has that right as a human being to defend herself.
I don't agree.
We all have that right to defend ourselves, Rose.
Tom, your right is maybe to defend your daughter for some of the
And I
things
will
that go on
do.
in the outside
I will
world.
do.
Now,
I
you
died
say
for
you
your
don't lie,
sake.
Tommy. You're the kind of guy when Ellie was 4 years old, you told her Santa Claus wasn't true.
I'd defend her till the death.
You know what I mean? You're bringing her into a hangout, hoping, like Benny says, hoping people attack her so you can play the victim, Tommy.
No,
You
no,
should
no,
be
no,
bringing your daughter.
no.
You should be.
Someone already
When your
attacked
daughter
the
gets
night
stopped,
before.
Tommy, when your
Was
daughter
already-
gets.
Again, Tom explained that earlier, but they keep rehashing things, trying to create mental discord. It's a psychological attack.
At 10 o'clock on a Saturday night, you should be spending quality. How much time did you have with your daughter this weekend, Tommy? 10 hours, 14 hours. How long did you have with her this weekend, Tom? See, answer. How long did you have
No, I
spent time with
didn't.
Ellie?
That's a side of me. She didn't show her face.
How much time did you spend here this weekend, Tom? And you had her on Google Hangouts for fucking 4 or 5 hours. You're a scumbag. The little girl should have turned up last night. You should have phoned a Chinese, took her to the cinema, sat and watched a bit of TV, played a game with her, whatever. Fucking took her out today, bought her something nice, then she gets back to her mother. No, what does Paul Martin do? Brings her on Google Hangouts. You're a fucking scumbag, Tom. You're a scumbag. You're a scumbag of the highest fucking order,
That's
Tom.
where you're going wrong. You're eating takeaways every night. You must
No.
be.
You're a scumbag, Tommy.
Takeaways, not tips
All right,
like
Tommy, cook her the healthiest dinner, whatever. Stop trying to go off.
I did do last night.
Why you bring?
I'm not like you. I don't eat shit like you.
She didn't turn up to 10 o'clock and you're putting her on
That's why you
Google
look like
Hangouts.
shit, because you've ate shit all your
And
life.
you're putting her on Google Hangouts. Instead of spending quality time watching a film, playing a game, you're bringing her in to see fucking, just to
No, just so she
participate in
can
your
defend herself.
fucking venom. You're a
Just so she
fucking
can
wrongin'.
defend
You're a
herself.
wrongin'. You're a fucking wrongin'. You shouldn't be allowed anywhere near kids.
Listen.
What a load of crap. So the guy has already, Tom's explained exactly what he was doing and why he did it. And part of it was about redress with Amy. And it's not, he would be taking care, he wouldn't have made sure she wasn't exposed to any too much crap, but it's educational for her, particularly in this modern day and age. And for a young 12-year-old to educate her about these things is a healthy thing to do, extremely healthy, to caution her against the pitfalls and traps, because these bullies and pedophiles and all of the rest of it, they actually exist in the real world, and kids engage on the internet. They just do. So it would have been a good life lesson, far more richer experience than just eating Chinese takeaway or watching a movie. And a good bonding one, because, you know, I'm sure he'll have to validate this, that he would have had a discussion with his daughter off air about it all. But these guys take that and twist it into something horrible. And really, too, it's none of their business. I mean, you know, they could say, oh, I don't think you should have done that, Tom. That doesn't sound like the right thing. Maybe you need to reconsider it. And that's the end of it. But no, the way the dialogue goes, it's incessant. Badgering, bullying, gaslighting. That's what's going on here.
Fizz. Well, my police check come back, and I were okay to be
Listen, sometimes it isn't about police check. If any shows...
So again, Tom's being real. He's providing evidence. I don't know what it was, something about the police check. This guy jumps in, said, no, that doesn't apply, you know, or doesn't always apply. Sometimes it's about something else. And then they create this alternative universe.
Social services seen what you were doing. There would be serious questions getting asked. I'm not paedophile, anything like that. I'm just saying the way you're fucking conducting yourself and the shit you're getting her to do. Come on and argue with adults. You're a fucking idiot.
Well, let them fucking questions get asked, Fizzle.
No, it wasn't about an argument. It was about getting Amy, because Amy said some harsh things. That's what I understand. I'd have to go and find that video. And Tom just wanted his daughter to come on and get Amy to repeat those things to her daughter. And of course, typical of bullies, they're cowards. She wouldn't front up. So there's an indicator there that there's a problem. But we can resolve this if there's uncertainty around this. If you want to have a bloody debate, you know, on the internet about it, we could just get Tom, Amy, and Tom's daughter. Again, it's up to Tom, and it's also up to his daughter, to go through the motions again, and Amy can explain to her daughter what she said. But, you know, for my early read, it's a big, big alert sign and a potential warning or potential indicator of absolute guilt. And you've got to weigh into it too, the behaviours we're witnessing here tonight. It's all gaslighting. This is a bully circle in full flight.
I see. So you don't care really, do you, Tommy?
Don't care. I've been
because
there
see, if you did care, you would keep her out of that environment 100%. You would keep her away from it. But no, you drag her into it. You're breaking her head, Tommy. You're fucking damaging her.
Day one.
You're damaging her, Tommy. Just because you're damaged.
Defend herself.
Your head's fucked up. No, the shit.
Now, again, this is a very, well, to me, it's black and white, but this is a very strong indicator of gaslighting again. What they do is they broadcast the position and then they just keep going. Bang, 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 bang. You know, so like with smoking. If I see someone smoking, I don't care who they are. I'm just going to say to them, I don't think it's a good idea. I smoked 20 years ago and gave it up. And, you know, there's potentially emphysema. I don't know, but, you know, there was one doctor that said that. And that's a pretty bad outcome and a bad death. So it's a good idea if you don't smoke. That would be a thing. But that's it. I don't live the life. So that's how normal people discourse over things that they disagree with. But these guys are incessant. They're incessant on small points. And they go on and on and on, and they try and browbeat their victim. So there's no doubt at all that we are hearing definitively a gaslighting team of people. Now, this is only one individual. There are other individuals on the internet that have had this experience. So what I want to do is try, if I can find a way, so I've got a number of ideas, to get people to come out of the woodwork. Now, people don't seem to want to stand up to these bullies, but, you know, I don't know, maybe we can convince them to do it. And what you'll see is the pattern's exactly the same. Humans are very, very similar creatures. And their variations can be explained at the binary level, this duality of spirituality. All right, let's roll the videotape.
3 years, all the prison, whatever. It's a cycle. And your daughter's in that fucking sick.
I don't know who this dude is, but if I find his name, I'll ask others if they've come across him, and I'll guarantee, because this is what he does. This is how he gets his kicks. So there won't be just one person that's being bullied by him. There'll be others. Fizz, I know, and I've seen his work, and he's lined up to come and attack me. So welcome aboard, Fizz. But again, there'll be other people that are affected. So for any good people that watch this, you know, if you know of people that have been gaslit or bullied on the internet, let me know. Get them in touch with me. Because I'd like to build a group that's I actually already set up a community on the topic. Get a group together and deal with this, you know, as a group, and then start dealing with these bullies. Work out a strategy. I've already got a strategy in mind, and I think it'll work. Work with these bullies, and then, you know, clear the decks of them. Make sure that they're sort of kicked out of the internet would be a good outcome. Or if they tell the truth, that's the end of the story. No vindictiveness, no vengeance, none of that crap. Simply, oh, I just worked out where these idiots got the idea of vengefulness. They caught me in a trap. And there's a guy called Jim Barrack, and he was rabbiting on about vengeance. Well, it's not about vengeance for me. It's about justice and truth. And the other thing it's about is justice and truth. And it's a win-win for everyone. You know, if people tell the truth, we all move on and everyone wins and benefits. So that's all it's about. It's not vengeance at all. But now I understand where they got that from. That's what they do. They take your point of view and then they twist it around and build a new story around that creative stuff. So I think, you know, we can almost have gaslighting training to how to manage these folks. Oops, viewer 4, jump back to viewer 6. Hello, viewer 6. Good morning, Amy, if that's you.
Psycho now.
She can defend herself. She will
You're a
learn to defend
scumbag
herself.
for me.
I will.
Yeah, so Tom's making the point, right, that he's doing that to raise his daughter up so that she can take care of herself, because he's not going to be there forever. And if you remember, because I picked it up, he said he defended, he'd, you know, look after to the death or something along those lines. So this is a man that truly loves his daughter, has a clear focus on that love. All he's trying to do is mature. He's also trying to hold Amy accountable, get her to front up to her mistakes. So Amy, if you ever hear this one, if you're a decent human being as you think you are, then you will have the courage to face up to Tom's daughter in an open live hangout, and you can say exactly what you said to Tom, and Tom will be there to make sure that everything's supervised, and I'll come along if need be. But if you don't front up, well, then we know the caliber of you. You're just a bully and a coward.
Learn to defend herself.
Listen to you, defend herself. She's 12 years fucking old. Be a father, protect her. Be a father, protect her.
Yeah, I am doing. I'm learning her to defend herself. Stick up for herself.
You're a scumbag.
Yes.
You're a fucking wronging.
Yeah.
You're a disgusting disgrace.
Ooh, stop it, Amy. You'll have me in tears.
You won't cry. You won't.
Now, again, look there. Everyone's chiming in on the one line, you know. They're badgering him. It's a bully attack. If you can't see that, you're blind. And if you can't see the cruelty, you're cruel within your own self.
Got any conscience?
4 years, 5, 6 years. Oh, don't. Please, 7 years. Oh, don't. Fucking hell, I'm on my own. There's only me mate gimmicking. Don't. Please.
You're too selfish to see what you've done to your daughter and what you've done to you.
Well, after you was slagging her off, and then she were here, you had a chance to slag her off again, but you wouldn't.
Yeah, now that's it in a nutshell, Amy. You slagged her off to bait Tom. That's the reason you did it, because you're part of this bullying cartel. And when she came there, you wouldn't slag her off in front of her. And for Tom, it's a great way to educate her of some of the traps on the internet. He's no fool. I mean, you talk about him as if he's uneducated. But this is one mature, very much on point individual. Far better than, better behaved than any of you characters.
Slagged you off.
You're a coward, Doc.
I've never slagged your daughter off. And
You're a coward.
She's a child.
Yes, so you shouldn't have been slagging a child off, should you? Let's be honest.
Right. And that's
What do you feel bad about slagging her off?
can't compliment her. He doesn't get it.
Feel bad about slagging her off. She's not done anything wrong to you at all. She's never ever said nothing towards you. Your problem was with me, not with my daughter.
So why did you bring your daughter into a hangout then, that kid?
Because Amy was slagging my daughter off, so my daughter had the chance to defend herself.
your daughter off at all.
Yes, she did. It's there. I'm sure it's alive.
Why the fuck would I slag a child off?
You were saying she'll never amount to anything, and you said I seen her one day and an hang out, and she was this and she was that, and yeah, you did, you fucking crusty old cow. Fuck off.
Fuck you.
You pass yourself by date, love. Don't blame me.
Change the fucking record.
Don't blame me. You're mouldy. You got mould growing on you. Don't blame me.
Tom's doing what I do. Unfortunately, it works against us. You give a little back, and then they'll take that and they'll use that as part of their profile. So they're building a profile around you to basically discredit you. And they go to quite a bit of effort. You think not? We'll go and have a look at Sydney's channel. He's certainly doing an expose on me, Sydney. Who else? Oh, I don't know. But anyway, Sydney seems to be king of the kids. 7-year-old fool.
You got fucking shit coming out of your
So,
fucking mouth.
buddy.
Pathetic. You're a fucking
It's like
mistake.
being in a fucking old folks home when I come in these fucking houses.
Do you know what?
You're all fucking.
I'm going to contact the relevant authorities.
So it's
I've
just
never
looks like
ever
he's
made a
50 or
phone call
60,
with you,
you know?
Tom. I've
Same age as me.
never done it. But see, in this occasion, I think somebody has to act.
Boy.
Because I think that little girl's in danger for you.
Yeah, well, you would do, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, you know what? I'll send the fucking Doncaster Social Services to hang out, and they can make a decision on it.
You know what, Fizz?
I think your daughter.
The day my daughter were born, yeah, all I've had is people trying to fucking fuck me up and trip me up in life, and you know what? It didn't work.
Oh my
I went to court,
fucking victim.
and I fucking won custody. You know, I won access to my daughter, so.
So that says all that you had to
Been
go
through all
to
this.
get access to your daughter, your fucking
Yeah,
dick.
because her mum wanted to fucking crucify me, obviously. We
No wonder.
split up, she was angry.
Probably knows that you're fucking right and doesn't want you anywhere near her.
Oh, no. We split up, she was angry.
No. She probably doesn't want you having any influence in that little girl.
Get Tom after. Because he's a fucking misogynist.
Ooh, it's a good job you're not the courts, isn't it? Ooh.
Well, I'm going to be the court tomorrow when I send the
Okay,
shit. I'm sending my evidence. Don't worry about that kid.
Okay.
So now the trial, now it wouldn't have happened because I've sort of spoken a little bit. Oh no, well, at the time I was actually going to take legal, but I just couldn't see it working and couldn't afford the damn thing. But what this guy's doing, this troll, this gaslighter, he's threatening to take Tom to court. Now, there's no way known any of this crap will stand up. And any judge would see the relationship, you know, between the father and the daughter. And Tom would just have to take this video along and bingo bongo, that's the end of the Congo. And maybe they'd lock the bloody complainant up. But anyway, that's the kind of shit that goes on. And that is what, folks? It's gaslighting.
Okay, Liz, thank you.
You want to fuck about?
You made me that stronger. You make me now you're stronger.
Dad stronger.
Yeah, you did.
He's an old abuse fucking prick anyway.
Is it?
I'm a victim. And Sydney brought me on his hand out to slag me off and get me all the rest.
Been doing it all week, Amy, you thick cow.
In Benny's hangout.
Been doing it all week, Amy, you thick cunt.
No, Tom, you're the thick cunt. You can see since you've gone Google Hangouts. That's all anybody ever does. Get Paul Marker in for a fucking laugh. You're that too stupid to fucking realise, but...
Exactly.
Right, now what we've got there is admission of guilt, basically.
I don't get you into here about fucking 9/11 and fucking the Earth's fucking explode.
What's happening there, he's admitting, and so this is what they do, these fools, at the end of the day, get Tom Arter into the hangout for a laugh. So the agenda is clear. They want to gaslight Tom Arter for entertainment. that's his own admission.
Yeah. You get you into roast you, you fucking idiot.
Lol's cow.
Now, Lol's cow is someone that, they get lots of laughs about. So it's, entertainment again at the victim's expense. That's exactly what it is.
Damn it, you want to stop being a jellyfish and grow a fucking backbone, you prick.
I'm gonna fucking wake up, mate.
Whatever. It's just because, damn it, everything you do in life, you need to fucking Google it, man.
Leave Gimmick alone. You're always trying to bully somebody, aren't you? That's
Shut the fuck up. That's you the one you talking to Gimmick in case he opens his fucking eyes. And sees what a prick you are.
Bully boy with tits. Oh, I'm a tricky arm, Gimmick, I've got tits.
Of a guy that hang out, and I'll tell you about the real Tom Arthur without him fucking interjecting.
La, you're a fucking idiot.
So that's Gimmick. They're starting to pick on him as well. He's in the thing, and he would be a supporter of Tom's. So, although it might look simple, it was a good defence, I think. Yeah, just drown him out for a second.
Go and get your birthday flasher pitch, you fucking retard.
Same old story.
Sorry, Gimmick. Here, Gimmick, I'm going to found them all. Give me a loan of your disabled badge. Your parking's too dear here, man. You fucking retard.
You fucking idiot.
Now, what's going on there, I don't know whether there's laws against it or whatever. Maybe there should be. But the gaslighter is targeting someone. Now, I don't know Gimmick's status. He does sound like he might have some form of disability, maybe. I don't know. He could explain that. But this guy, because of that observation, has made an out-and-out attack, calling him, disabled and a retard. This is the appalling level, right? And this is what pisses me off. Humans sit by and let this shit go for entertainment. And there's a lot of you folks that do it. I mean, this video's got 148 views. And I bet you no one's reported it. Well, maybe not, maybe not. But, so that's annoying to me, right? These are clearly bad human behaviors, and no one will get off their ass and do anything about it. Well, not no one.
But you can still, we're going to apply for it for me then, and I'll use it.
Fucking moron.
You apply for it and I can use it. I'll send you 20 quid then.
Now, of course, Amy's been a witness to that. Again, I don't know Gimmick's status in terms of whether he's disabled or not. She's heard those comments and she still sits there and snickers, because it seems that when they get into these little profile or these little bullying cartels, they stick together thick as thieves. All a bunch of criminals.
You fucking ass.
I just said to the blue badge.
Gimmick thinks he's awake.
Is there anything else you can get being retarded, Gimmick, that could be used to me?
Nah, you get it yourself, mate. I'm not going to help you.
I'll have that look. I'll have that look and I'll get back to you.
Okay, we're back. Roll videotape.
I wouldn't even figure for you.
Yeah, that's right, Vlad. I take your fucking girl to fucking the park or go and do an activity with her, Tommy, instead of bringing her on hangouts.
Come on, people, hurry along.
That's another thing. He shouldn't even be letting his daughter play GTA 5. It's for over 18s. Doesn't matter if you switch the graphic blood off, Tommy.
I'm going to move it along a bit.
Oh, hello. You know what I mean? And just because Fizz reserve when you fucking said it.
Okay, this is interesting. So what we've got is we've got the 70-year-old strange dude, Sydney, asked the atheist. See, that's the thing too. I mean, if that's your brand name, particularly your brand of your channel, I would expect that you would be into atheist debating, not gaslighting. Most strange. Gimmick, Vlad, can't read that person. Fizz, don't know that dude. Down Corner's come into the room. That's interesting because he's part of the, you know, the leaders of the bully pack. Bulldog 101 and Benny's their support man or the water boy. Okay, roll a videotape.
Also, master were both the photos. A bit like you didn't. A bit like you did. Wow. A bit like you weren't asking Amy, could you go up to Edinburgh on the train and fucking stay with her?
Yeah, it's a good job you heard it and Fizz. Fucking hell. God, it's a good job it were you and Fizz were there while I said it. Wow.
Good point. So what we've got is two gaslighters were witnesses to something allegedly said by Tom. Now they broadcast that as the reality. Again, that's gaslighting. And again, Fizz, if anyone knows him on the community, they know what he gets up to. Bulldog, anyone knows him in the community, they know what he gets up to, and they let it happen. Down Corner, anyone knows him in the community, you know what he gets up to. Sydney, ask the atheist, you know what he gets up to. You're all complicit.
You've got no fucking smack at comeback, mate. You know what I mean? I don't even want to argue with you anymore.
People who know me, Ross, know me.
Russ McCurry or something like that. He's saying, I don't want to argue with you. Okay, well, here's what you do. Hit the exit button and get on with your freaking stupid life.
People who matter, matter. You don't matter. Amy don't matter. Fizz don't matter. Sid no matter. Bulldog no. You don't matter. Bulldog no matter. None of yous, Vlad, no matter.
We all matter.
No matter. None of yous matter.
Everybody's
You're
here.
all fucking. Amy, you're a liar. Russ, you're a liar. Fizz, one liar. You're liars. I don't need.
Now that's the other thing. People know this. They deal with these clowns. And the common denominator is lies and ego. Lies and ego. No ego, no lies.
I don't need a liars in my life.
Yeah,
I've got
well,
decent people around me.
Hold on.
I've got decent people in my fucking life.
Yo, Russ, Amy, Fizz,
Let's see what this clown's up to now.
Bob, etc. Bulldog, why are you so obsessed with Time Harder? That's all I want to know. Why are
Right, now, that's a fake move there. This prick is dead set right behind a lot of these things. Just to give you an explanation of what he gets up to, this is Down Corner, the fat Roman Catholic. I don't know whether he's, I know he's fat, but I don't know whether he's a Roman Catholic. Might be Jewish. So what he does is he sort of tries to get on the inside and work his stuff. to give you an example of what he's like, he's got a picture of me and my son hanging behind his computer. A real strange bird, I tell you. And he conned me into giving him $200 because he was desperate. So that's me, right? You know, if someone's in need, I try and help out. Not that we could afford it, but I just did it. And the prick just took it. And I saw him the other day with a fistful of dollars in his hand, in his mitt. So, down corner, how about giving me money back? But let's watch his form. So he's going to play this game out that, you know, oh, who's picking on Tom?
Are you so obsessed with them?
Nobody's fucking obsessed by
Yes, you are. You're fucking
hang out tonight. Nobody gives a fuck.
Listen, it's evidence on the hangout.
Well, if no one gives a F about him, Amy, push the exit button. But you don't, do you? Because you're a pack of bullies and gaslighters.
Ouch, you're all obsessed.
Wait,
It's evidence.
he joined. Fuck you, you're not talking over me, mate.
A little bit of a power trip there with Amy.
Been obsessed for fucking years, Doc.
He joined the hangouts. Nobody fucking asked him. He
Yeah, Sydney invited me, you thick cow. Fucking hell. I got an invite.
Oh, you got an
Invitation.
So we can see there, particularly given the behaviour of Sydney earlier on, that Sydney's orchestrated this outcome. So he's, you know, one of the orchestrators. And he's let these other people know. And they're all playing, they're doing their role-playing stuff. Yeah.
He decided to fucking join like an
Got an invitation. You know what an invitation is?
Yeah, and you knew you were going to get
Oh, okay.
right.
Got fried, eh? What? Because you were being abusive towards me? I don't think so.
Listen.
No, I won't listen. Fuck off. Fuck off, little dwarf. Hey, Christmas is coming up. You'll get some work in, some extra work. One of 7 dwarfs. Hey, what your panto seasons here? Panto. Snow White and the 7 poison dwarfs.
Misogyny.
Yeah.
You're a fucking prick.
Defend myself against people like you. Always will.
Why don't you just fuck off the internet or the
Why don't you take your face for a shit?
fucking self? Nobody likes you, they'll hate you.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people out of everybody online. That's cool. I'm cool with that.
Oh, you're such a fucking wanker.
Yeah.
fucking people.
You seriously are you're an absolute
Seriously? Oh no, this is serious.
You fucking love yourself. You're a fucking twat.
You need to try and love yourself, Amy. I know it's hard being an alcoholic and you feel guilty and your son's got to take your empty bottles out. And I know it's guilt. I know.
You fucking...
You can't be nice for you, though.
My son is...
I want to get some help. Good way, eh? Well, you told me that day, didn't you? You said my son, he's took 25 empty bottles of vodka out and he had a go at me. I'm not...
Oh, that's interesting. But again, what you'd have to do if you wanted to sort that one out is just... it'd be good if you could get the video that says it. You know, from what I've seen of Tomata, he's a straight shooter. He doesn't talk crap. He'll give a bit back, though, whenever. He'll do a bit of niggle, which is what I do as well. But that's an interesting thing. You know, charge of alcoholism and 25 bottles and whatever. But yeah, if you're going to say things like that, I think it'd be wise to back them up.
A surprise, bless you.
Manipulated
Poor
Adam.
Your poor son, having to take them out for you, having to witness his mum drinking himself to death.
You're a
Poor
fucking
bugger.
prick. So fuck off.
Poor buggering.
Fuck you.
Yeah, are you saying that's a lie as well? Did you not tell me that, Amy?
Why? What am I lying about, by the way?
I'm just saying.
Lots of things.
Now you're gonna admit to that. You told me your son took about 20 odd fucking empty bottles of vodka out that day and he had a go at you about it. True or false?
After about 3 months, he took wine bottles away. I had a...
Oh, wine now. Oh, it's changed to wine. Lambrini. Brit Lambrini. Lambrini.
Prosecco.
Oh, yeah, I bet. It was vodka, he said to me.
Prosecco.
No vodka, he said.
No.
Have you forgot?
No.
20-odd bottles of vodka he took out, and he had a go at you. And you also said, we was out in the pub the other day, me and my son had to remind me that I'd had about 10 drinks, because I didn't even know. That's just normal for you, isn't it, Amy?
What the fuck? Of course it is.
Your son had to have a go at you and say, look, Mum, you've had about 10 fucking vodkas already. Calm down, man. You're making a bit of a show of yourself.
Yeah, probably getting a little bit off beat there. But to resolve that, what you do is, where's the evidence? Now, Amy did acknowledge that she said something about 25 bottles. She switched. Tom said it was vodka. She switched to wine. Again, you probably need to get the video if that's still around. Let's move forward a bit. Now, if I remember to do it, I'll put a link to this particular YouTube video underneath this one.
You don't lie. You tell
This
truth,
is burning all goodness off. You don't know.
Tommy, you tell truth. You don't lie.
Yeah, I'm trying to be honest with you. Don't burn it, because you're burning all goodness off. You think,
right. So you're confirming you're smoking cannabis.
I used to smoke it. Yeah, of course I did.
When did you stop, Tommy?
Mister, still fucking does.
I know he does. Yesterday. When did you stop smoking it, Tommy?
Yesterday.
Come on, start doing blah, 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 and make the whistle annoying, Tommy.
With nobody looking.
Yeah, the guy that tells the truth when it suits him.
No, not when it suits me, Fizz. I've got no twide. I'm
All
always
right, so
honest.
I'm asking you a question. When did you stop smoking cannabis, Tommy?
I've been having a break for a while now, Fizz. Obviously.
A better day.
If you smoke that red all the time, you're not motivated, are you? And you won't be
Swear
doing
on RLE's life, Tommy. Swear on RLE's life.
I can do my job. That's it.
Swear on RLE's life you've had break from cannabis.
Oh, dearie me, Fizz.
You do it any other time, swear on a life.
Oh, dearie me, there's defense.
Oh, what again.
Caught out again.
And they probably have. So you might have had a smoke by the sound of it, you know, in recent times. But still not a criminal offence, but these guys have locked into it, and, you know, they then turn that event into lying. So that, you know, it's the rat cunning of these guys. They pin you down on some event. They take that story, because we're all human at the end of the day. They'll take that story and then they'll blow it out of proportion. And that's exactly what's happened here. It's still gaslighting going on.
How to make videos? Are you jealous?
No, because I ain't got time.
Jealous because I've got to
about the people. I'm making videos about them and worrying about their lives. I've got my own life to live, you silly old fucking.
Yeah, are you jealous that I've got a
no,
you don't have?
You haven't got a life. Evidently, you haven't, because you start making videos about other people. Worry about your own life, Sid. There's a tip.
What are you making? What are you producing?
He's not exactly.
I'm out there fucking grafting, mate. You know what I mean? I'm out and about. I'm fucking flat, thinking about other people.
Right.
You know, your voice is going through, man. I have to turn the volume down, guys. Sorry.
Doing hangouts, right?
I can't even hear her because my volume's down. As soon as I start to see things start flashing, and then I'll come back on because her voice is going through me. I can't even hear her.
Don't be a big get this
I
video.
can't hear you, Sid. I can't hear no fucker. I just see your things flashing. It's funny.
When you came on Sydney's hangouts anyway, so you could suck off. Prick. You made your daughter a fucking victim as soon as you went on that hangout last night. Prick.
Wrong. Now, Amy's building a story that's doesn't match the real story. Tom Artis explained it. He brought the daughter in, and part of the reason he had her online was for Amy to say the things that she said about her. Amy wouldn't back them up, and that's probably, and he's probably educating her to some of the behaviours you get on the internet, and that's about the strength of it. But Amy flicks that into, you know, abusive and all manner of untruths.
Yep. Can't even hear you. Oh, it's peaceful.
No, you can't hear anything because you're a fucking asshole.
Because he doesn't like hearing the truth.
That's an interesting comment. So basically, it's such a simplistic gameplay model. Lies and truth. That's all that's going on.
People who know me know that's all I am about, the truth. That's what I stand for, the truth. I am the truth. Them who know me, know me. You don't know me.
Like, fuck they do.
Now, that earlier instance, I mean, if he has sort of done, he couldn't admit to it because he knows full well what they're up to, and they would take advantage of that and make a story out of it. So that's probably why he didn't answer.
I don't think
You don't know me. People who know me. They've seen the change over these last 12 years. You know, it's a shame, Fizz, because, like, I'll be honest here, it's like, on GTA, you know, we had like a moment, you know, like, we met up on GTA and I enjoyed it. Honestly, I did. I enjoyed it. And I was sat there thinking, well, I shouldn't be enjoying this because I don't like this cunt. But I did. But, you know, you always had to revert back, didn't you, to attacking, to show off to your fucking friends, get a giggle like at school, you know what I mean? But you're left with yourself at the end of the day. You have to look in the mirror. You know, that's why I always used to hang out. The mirror never lies. You look in that mirror, Fizz. I know you don't like what's looking back. Don't take it out on other people.
What, right? I always kept you arm's length, Amy. Do you know, I wonder why. I actually wonder why. Do you even know what a hypocrite is? I know what a fucking hypocrite is. You.
There he's typing to you, he's going to type something. See, he's keeping you going. See, if he wasn't interested or whatever, he would just cut it dead, but he keeps you on a fucking...
By the way, right? I can see it. Lol. So now you're going to try and dox me with your newfound mates. Oh no. Would I? Never. I'm not fucking interested in that shit. So.
Come on, Amy, get his address out, please.
No. Did I do that to you, Sis? Did I do that to you? Even though I hated you, did I do that to you?
No.
No, exactly. Because you know what? I'm fucking a loyal person.
Pig's ass.
Sorry, I'm a bit upset. Look what
Crocodile tears.
you said. Laugh my ass off. I knew you'd turn and things didn't go your way.
But Amy, I know you're upset, but I've seen you go through this cycle about 3 times with Phantom. Then 1 or 2 nights later, you'll have your little private hangout, then you'll be best buddies again.
Well, go and speak to him then. Go and fucking speak to him. Say your thing, what you want to say to him. Tell him, come in the hangout and speak to Amy now and fucking accuse her of what you're saying.
Self-centered people.
Like I say, man, there's no point getting upset. You'll be pals again in a couple of days, man. Phantom is definitely guilty of leading you on big time. Big fucking time.
And it would actually be quite a hurtful if I felt like with Russ or like Fizz, you know who you fucking are. Anyway, he believes tramps over us. At the end of the day, he believes trauma, or he thinks that he was right with his daughter and everything like that. Well, I'm sorry, I can't go along with that. I cannot go along with the way he thinks about Tom Archer. So I'm sorry. Tom Archer is a fucking dick-headed wanker who treats his daughter like shit, who's a misogynist, and basically he needs his daughter taken away from him because he is damaging her at the end of the day.
Yep, I agree with that.
And I'm not just saying this out of spite or anything. It's out of fucking logical thinking. You don't do that to children. You don't bring them at 12 years old on to hang out, do that to them. You know, and he's going on about my son. My son is an adult, you know?
Well, Amy, you're talking about his daughter, so you're going to get a reaction. Now, it's not what you say it is. You've made all that shit up in your head, and that's a fact. You're a cruel, cruel, cruel behaving human being.
He's an adult. I'm not going to say.
Get on about fucking cat e-begging, but it's alright for Holly to do it.
Holly's a fucking asshole and all. She's a deluded cunt.
So now, on one hand, Amy's trying to project that, you know, she's caring and, you know, a good person, all the rest of it. And then bingo, and she comes to Holly and she starts abusive comments about Holly. And, you know, not the best language at all. So, come on, people. Read between the lines.
I mean, for fuck's sake. Anybody that believes that fucking shit is off their fucking head. Oh, he's raging at me. Enjoy your life, Amy.
See, he's playing with your emotions with all that shit.
Exactly.
Just know what to say, Amy.
Just bad.
Message back to him. Oh, I will. I'm going to Glasgow tomorrow to bounce all over Fizz. Text him that. Text him that. He wants you to be wallowing. He wants you to be crying. He wants you to be upset. He wants you to chase him.
Are we an item? Laugh my ass off. What?
Again, this is just so common. You get this projecting. If we hear Tom's side of the story, the stalker is Amy, not the other way around. But anyway, like all things, you'd have to get two in the room and just get them to prove their case.
Why would you see that?
Because he's playing with your emotions.
You always told me that.
Not true.
You always told me that. Yeah, what says I'm not being funny or that, right? But you would always have a really good friend to me, and I couldn't see it at the time. Right? You've always gave me good advice and everything like that, right? And even Ross says to me, Amy, you're wrong about this. And then when I start listening to you and all the rest of it, and we had our private chats and that, no, you're right, by the way. You're a good friend to me. You've been there for me.
Listen, I'm not interested in relationships, whatever. I'm happy. He is fucking leading you on. Any guy in here will tell you that. He's playing with you.
Not me. I won't tell you that.
Because he knows you always come back. That's all this. Enjoy your life and fucking, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
He's a pussy.
He's a lion.
But I'm just saying, like, you've never ever came on to me or done anything towards me that was derogatory. You've always, well, you have a couple of times when we were in hangouts and probably at the definite, but you've always been nice to me whenever we've been on other hangouts. But you came on and said, Amy, you, but we've got to respect for that shit for you, right? Hitting me on and all the rest of it, winding me up. But Ross and like yourself, you've never ever been horrible, nasty, evil to me or anything like that. So I'm sorry if Phantom thinks you're like that. Well, that's up to him. But I've had personal experience.
Amy, block him. He won't mind.
You'd be in like hangouts and private hangouts with you two, and you've always been good to me, and you've always stuck.
It's because you're an easy play. You're a minion, what I call a minion.
Up for me.
I've never been creepy. I've never said creepy shit to you or fucking nothing like that.
You've always gave me good advice. And do you know what? You've never, ever, ever been horrible to me. I can't agree with him. I just think he's out of fucking order.
That's okay, he won't mind. Block him.
And I like to fucking not smash him like with some people would. They're away in a hangout now. Away all fucking, oh, Tom Arthur and blah, 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 and everybody like that.
Everything's cool, mate. All right, mate. Speak to you later. Right, bye.
The drama, Amy.
He loves the drama.
They're away in a hangout, Tom and fucking Gimmick and Holly, and I hope he has a fucking orgasm for Holly.
She's took your man, Amy.
She can fucking keep him.
She's on the jobs 100%, man.
I think that'll do. Okie dokie. Well, hang on, I'll just sneak forward a little bit, see if there's anything. Because he nicked off.
He keeps showing up in the chat.
Yep, that'll do. Okay, thank you, viewers. Have fun. That's what you do.